Yeah. So it is halfway through the week, and this camera does look terrible. Wow, my bald head looks so shiny. Um, this is not your typical video. I've been working on getting back, but obviously, figured I would do like a vlog style. I know a lot of people have done those. Um, take a little bit of time and think through, I guess, life, burnout. I don't know. Maybe we'll call this like a mini journal. Put it out there on the internet for people to judge. But so you're gonna try experimenting with vlogging. I think it's yeah, vlogging. Um, yeah, it's been think it through. I want to talk about fun topic, one that I'm not going to call say is near and dear to my heart. It is not, but burnout. Um, I think it's probably safe to say that I feel pretty burnt out at this point. And again, this is not to ask for pity because I don't like doing that. But it's been a busy wild couple months, moved, which was a good thing, moved, fixing all that. I mean, you never know how much you're gonna have to work on in a house until you move, so that's a big thing. Um, I have a tendency to take on more than I probably should a lot of times I'm realizing because I want to help. I like to help. I'm not necessarily always I like to do what I can to equip and everything. So, and then I realized too, and then I've had my parents have both been in the hospital at this point. Thankfully my mom's out, but my dad's still in there. Good progress and everything, but it is a stressful thing looking at all that stuff. And I have a tendency to compartmentalize. It's a big thing. And so everything kind of gets put in its own box. And I also don't necessarily think to process everything at once. So it's like parents, medical parents box, house stuff box, responsibilities box, like everything gets its own box. And can be a functional way of doing it. And I have a tendency to just kind of like push down feelings. And, sooner or later it comes, the Pied Piper comes and things are going to have to be paid due. And so I've just kind of been thinking a lot about that, a lot about mental health. I think mental health is its own thing. And I didn't always take it as seriously as I probably should have. So I've taken a lot of time thinking about that, um, thinking through what that means and what you have to do to kind of protect that. Whether it be you have to potentially drop responsibilities with certain things or whatnot, take more time for hobbies, those kind of things. And so you want to think about those things as you're going through stuff. And I think too, depending on how you've prepared yourself, you may or may not be a bit more equipped to handle it, kind of thing. And that's a big issue, if you don't. Like if you don't prepare yourself for stuff, when the storm comes, you're not necessarily gonna weather the storm, kind of thing. And so you have to remember that. Oh, and the nice thing is my heart rate, my phone's telling me that my heart rate is high, that my stress level is up there. Um, okay. Well, but that's also not surprising. I've been dealing with that. What the? It's just gonna keep pinging. That's a pain. Where's my video? Gotta shift it because this camera is abysmal. Is it gonna work? Yes, it is. Okay. Um, maybe is it gonna work if I use my pop socket? Nope, nope. Well, that's just gonna be there. Well, look at that. It's a miracle. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Oh, is that gonna work? Technical difficulties, my friends. It wouldn't be the internet if you didn't have, or it wouldn't be technology if it didn't suck at some point. So Wow, that looks like way better. So, and so I'm just been thinking, and this is, obviously episode one of the blog talking about like what you or vlog and things you take time for hobbies. I'm really trying to work on some things like that. I've been working on journaling and stuff like that. I've journaled on and off a lot in the past, and I've kind of been working on getting back to it more. Um, and then just trying to take moment time and everything I have. It's a big thing that really helps is I have kind of a pocket notebook that I carry with me a lot, and I just do a lot of notes and everything in there just to kind of sometimes it's just random notes, sometimes it's scribble, sometimes it's like movie recommendations or a friend recommends something or coworker recommends something to write down. But sometimes it's also like your thoughts and like, oh, maybe I should do this. And so thinking through those kind of things are important. You know, you want to remember that. Think through what you're doing. And also too, I think make sure you don't overextend yourself. There are obviously as adults there's a lot of core responsibilities that are unchangeable. You can't swap out these responsibilities. But um, there's different tangential things that you don't have to necessarily adhere to. You have to be careful about that too. Think through it. And I think that's the thing. I'm just kind of rambling around talking about it, but I think it's a good thing to think about what you're doing. Don't overextend yourself. I say that I say that matter of factly because of the fact we're going to overextend ourselves anyway. And I think it's important that, and it's okay to be tired. It's okay to be tired. It's okay if you look tired. Sometimes I have the tendency that I just want to come across as just the chill, like hot, energetic person that's always good to go, like kind of always turned on and everything, kind of like turned up, high energy. And I think sometimes another thing too is learning that you don't have to. You can look tired if you are. You don't have to necessarily put on an energetic face for people. Which is hard for me because I don't necessarily want to show that if I'm feeling that because I'm not too worried about people. I don't want people to have to feel like they have to ask me how I'm doing when I'm the one asking them how they're doing, kind of thing. And again, Pied Piper's going to come due. I mean, I'm learning that my blood pressure's apparently high because I have good coworkers that are like, yeah, your blood pressure's high. You gotta get taken care of. So it's high, and we'll see if it's I can get it addressed and got some nice little hand-drawn diagrams to help me illustrate that. So that was good. It helped me figure out like, oh, if I don't take care of this, this could be really bad. Um, and for all I know, maybe that's the Pied Piper coming or the bill coming due for allowing myself to internalize a lot of my stress and everything. I don't know. So you have to externalize it. You don't like keep internalizing things. Just learn how to express things, learn how to kind of let go stuff when you can and just remember those things. So that's the end of today's rambling vlog post, and we'll see what happens next week. See ya.